You know, going back to my football days, there was always a stigma about, you know, players being inside a helmet and them not having no voice and no one knowing who they are because of the helmet, and no one ever truly knowing that there's actually a person inside there and not taking that seriously. So, you know, with the great people at Uninterrupted and us being able to brainstorm and us to be able to do some great things, I want to show y'all what we're bringing to life, which I believe is very important, not only for the football player himself, but for everyone, to let you know that you're always more than. So this is the first never been seen. And if you see right here, it say, "They will be seen" by Uninterrupted. And this right here is the first glass helmet. And the meaning behind it is all these great athletes that play our wonderful sport of football will be heard and will be seen, because they are, at the end of the day, they are people as well when they take these helmets off. And they are people when they have the helmets on as well. So this is what it's all about, Uninterrupted.
A couple of weeks ago, I upset the LBA community, LeBron apologist community, when I said their leader, LeBron James, suffers from fame and social media addiction. In the aftermath of LeBron's "Hey, look at me" antics at his son's AAU game, I said fame is an addiction more dangerous than cocaine. I'm going to once again point out that the latest example of the negative side effects of LeBron's addiction to fame. The 34-year-old basketball star claims to have identified football's most unique challenge and further claims to have invented a solution: glass helmets. When I first saw this, I thought it was a comedy skit. I thought LeBron was having some fun. And then I watched a 4-minute YouTube video titled "The Glass Helmet Project," tackling one of football's most unique challenges. Oh, sweet Jesus. I think LeBron is serious. But what LeBron is doing here reminds me of what we used to do in college. There were a handful of serious smokers on the football team, and they'd call me and be like, "Big Will, come over.
Big Will.
We got that purple dank straight from Cali."
Dank.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That's how LeBron feels about fame. He's calling NFL players. "Antonio, AB, come over, dog. Me and Mav got that do-do-do. This glass helmet gonna increase your fame 20 times over." See, when you're addicted to something, you think everybody would be happier if they were addicted to it too. LeBron would be shocked to learn that not everyone wants to be famous. In fact, most people don't want to be famous. Oh, they might like a little hit of fame once or twice a year. It's cool. But on a day-to-day basis, most people just want to be left alone to enjoy their family and friends in anonymity. Besides, football isn't broken. It's 3 to 5 times more popular than basketball. No one has a problem recognizing Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Zeke Elliott, Drew Brees, Odell Beckham Jr., Baker Mayfield, Cam Newton, Eli Manning. Do I need to go on? No one knows anyone in college basketball. LeBron, put the pipe and the glass helmet down. Sit down at your kid's game. Stop with the Taco Tuesday foolishness. This commentary isn't an elaborate metaphor, LeBron. Your brain is on fame. Just say no.
What the hell is this transparent resin glass helmet? I mean, it makes no sense, but it actually does land somewhere, and the blame is not his fame or his seeking of fame. I blame business, and I blame Hollywood, and this is why. If anybody's ever had an idea, if anyone's ever thought of a business, thought of a product, the first thing they want to know beyond the idea is who's your team. Then to get traction, that team has to activate, usually in celebrity or in fame, to make it get traction. LeBron James is guilty of being only one thing: not fame controlled, not social media controlled. He's King Midas. And when King Midas has the Midas touch, everything he's a part of gets traction. Everything he's a part of basically gets greenlit regardless of concept. So this is what has happened to LeBron.
To answer your question, is he addicted to fame? I have to say no. And the reason I say that is there hasn't been an athlete in the history of sports that's more famous than LeBron James. This helmet thing is not going to work. I mean, it's catchy. It's like, because once you put the ear pads and everything else in it, you're still in the same situation.
You know what Hugh Hefner did? I done had enough Playboy bunnies. I don't need no more. Or did he say, bring me some more?
Of course.
So, again, LeBron, that's the addiction. I got some family that used to like crack. They couldn't get enough of it. Yeah. It's not like, I've had enough. Yeah, it's like, no, I want more fame.
I don't see how much bigger he can get from that perspective.
You think Steve Ballmer don't want more money?
If you really think about this, and I'm sure they thought, once you put all the ear pads and everything else, you're in the same helmet.
I thought it was a metaphor, but they're making it sound like they want guys to be in clear helmets. Takeo Spikes published a book called Under the Helmet. The illustration on the front of the book is a clear helmet. So you're not even being original with what it is that you're bringing to the table to begin with. I just think that he is in overdrive with empowering people. I have no problem with him trying to empower others. His school that he has is performing at a super high level. The things that he's doing, the empowerment of his boys to be able to do what they're doing, I have no problem with him enterprising off of what he brings to the table. I'm just a tad bit offended by pulling out a flimsy helmet that looks like a prototype with a 1978, 79 face mask frame, no type of guts, anything to the helmet. Look how flimsy that is. That looks like a penny jar. That looks like what you put your pennies and your nickels in. That is as flimsy an attempt to say you're doing something. And listen, I'm not a LeBron James apologist or a hater, neither one. I like LeBron James, but if you're going to pull out a prototype, at least have a profound story connected to what it is that you're saying. I felt like it was a feeble attempt to sound super educated about what you're presenting.
You thought